are useful for smithing. And they're not terribly heavy. Hey, there's another journal. Final volume, so that's probably going to be 5, maybe even later. 2, 1, here we go. Alright, so just scattered carelessly around the room. Let's see what kind of, oh boy. Alright, so I'm definitely going to read all these, but I am going to chop it and put it in a second video. So actually, let me just go ahead and pick it up. Let me pick, no. That was weird. I both opened the drawer and the book. Okay, let me go ahead and pick up each of the journals. And then from my inventory, I'm going to read each of them. However, the video that you're watching right now is just going to continue on. And the readings will be in a separate video that I hopefully will annotate in. Okay, so to summarize the information found in the journals, there were 5 different journals in the room. You saw all that. As I read through the journals, it revealed a lot of interesting stuff about Cicero's background, but primarily that he's likely heading to the Dawnstar Sanctuary, and it gave me the passphrase for the Dawnstar Sanctuary, which was, "Innocence, my brother." It says the door's going to ask me, what is the greatest illusion of all, or something along those lines. So it looks like I've got a quest marker here on Astrid. I'm going to see what she has to say.
Have you found something?
Yes, Cicero's journal.
Good, good. Does it say where he may be headed?
Yes, an abandoned sanctuary in Dawnstar. I have the passphrase.
The Dawnstar Sanctuary? Whatever for. Never mind, it doesn't matter. You need to leave. Now. Every moment counts, so I want you to take my horse. His name is Shadowmere. You'll find him outside by the pool. Let's just say he's one of us. Find Arnbjorn. Make sure my husband's all right.
She's worried about her husband, the werewolf.
And then send that jester's twisted little soul to the void.
Not
in as many
likely.
pieces as possible.
Did Cicero, did something set Cicero off? Isn't there anything, any way we can work this out? What do we know about the Dawnstar Sanctuary? What can you tell me about yourself?
No,
did something
nothing.
set Cicero off?
At least, nothing I'm aware of. Well, if I'm being honest, I haven't exactly been discreet lately in expressing my frustration with this whole situation.
Huh.
Obeying the Night Mother, you being the listener, it's ridiculous. No offense. Cicero may have overheard me talking to one of the others about the Night Mother. It's possible I was not entirely respectful. But to go this far, to attempt to murder the leader of a sanctuary, Cicero must pay with his life. There is no other option.
Cicero's not going to pay with his life. Isn't there any way to work this out?
Look, the Dark Brotherhood is a family. This sanctuary is a family. And we've always welcomed those shunned by society. Werewolves, wizards, eternal 10-year-old vampires. What does it matter?
Jesters.
In truth, I've rarely met a lunatic I haven't liked. Cicero's problem isn't his madness. It's an adherence to an ancient, outmoded way of life. The Night Mother's ways simply are not our ways. He just couldn't accept that. And now he'll have to pay the price.
What do we know about the Dawnstar Sanctuary?
Oh, it's ancient. Apparently one of the first sanctuaries in Skyrim. It hasn't been used by the Brotherhood in close to 100 years. If you say Cicero has gone there, it stands to reason that he's familiar with the place. That means you'll be fighting him on his own ground.
Doubt I'll be fighting
Tread
him.
Carefully.
Okay, so Astrid, you're crazy. You actually don't know it, but you're hurting the family. You've got proof of the Night Mother's blessings in this contract that's come from the Night Mother to me, the listener, that is going to set the Dark Brotherhood to assassinate the Emperor. You even said yourself the Dark Brotherhood hasn't accomplished anything like that. You guys have been working off rumors, and now that you have the true Dark Brotherhood model, the most efficient and effective model available, you're going to stray away from that because you'll lose control. That sounds wrong. Astrid sounds like a power-hungry matron. I have a feeling I'm going to kill her. And maybe even Armstrong. If she goes down, Armstrong has to. And in a werewolf boss battle, somehow sounds likely. Oh, crap. Oh, Shadowmere. Oh, crap. Oh, oh. Got a little eye ticky. Check that out. That is actually a little bit creepy looking, bubbling up from oil. Alright, Shadowmere. So, I've been disappointed with the speed of other horses in the game. Let's check Shadowmere's speed out here. Oh, so very sorry for that abrupt hiccup and the cutoff there. I actually had an in-real-life emergency. I had some cat yak on my carpet. Okay, so I don't know that I finished it. I wanted to just kind of see how fast Shadowmere was. So this is a run without sprinting. It's kind of his regular gait. And then this is sprinting. Now, horses are known for being able to sprint for a really long time, but that's still not incredibly fast. So in Oblivion, the only thing I ever really used horses for, since you can fast travel and it doesn't really make sense to use a horse to travel all the time, it's way slower than fast traveling. I only ever used it to discover new locations. So I can see like there's a couple patches out here where I don't have anything discovered, and like there's huge swaths of area out here where I don't have anything discovered. Just about the only time I'm going to use the horse is sometimes I'll go spend like an hour or 2 hours just running around the environment, and I'll just look at my compass and I will go to everything that shows up on my compass, and I'll just bounce back and forth to them. And you can see that's how I've got so many areas revealed in some of these locations. I was playing through it during a time where I didn't mind wasting a little bit of time just discovering locations. And anytime you do that, it's best to use a horse, because the minor increase in speed that you're seeing here really stacks up by the time you're talking about running across a lot of cross country. But that's really about the only time in the game where you've got so much running to do all at once that it even really makes sense to worry about a horse. But it's good that I have Shadowmere. Another thing to note about horses, anytime you fast travel, or anytime I think you wait, just like followers, your horse will come with you. Anytime you fast travel or carriage travel to a major city, your horse will be stuck in the stables out of the major city. So once you've got a horse, unless it dies, I don't know if Shadowmere can die or not, but I know some horses can like get in a fight with a dragon or something and end up dying. Unless the horse dies, you really don't have to worry about taking care of him. You don't have to like hitch him to a tree or anything, although that'd be really a pain in the butt, but that would be awesome if it had that degree of realism. But it would be kind of annoying just like telling a follower to wait and then forgetting where you told him to wait at. So I don't know. That probably wouldn't be a good game mechanic as far as fun while playing. But horses are really easy. There's no maintenance involved. So, having one's great for that very small number of situations where you actually want to use him. Plus, I guess it looks cool if you like horses. Well, here you go. I gotta interject that Assassin's Creed has the best feeling, probably right up there with Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption was pretty good, but Assassin's Creed had the best feeling horse gameplay ever of any game I've ever played. Most of the Assassin's Creed games don't do a whole lot with horses, but they've got this high profile, low profile system where you can do the gait, and then you can do like a run, and then you can kind of do like a full on gallop, and you can of course jump. And in the Assassin's Creed games, it just feels really on par. It just really feels clean and smooth. Way more so than Skyrim. Although Skyrim, it's not terrible by any means. It's just that they're slow. You can't even have a short burst of riding the horse really hard. You'd think you could, if you wanted, you could get a huge burst of speed out of a horse. They're way faster than people. Let me see if I can navigate some of this rough terrain with the horse, see how much of a pain in the butt that is. As I head to, oh man. Okay, forget all the horse shenanigans. None of that matters anymore. Snatch me a quick save.
Should have figured Astrid would send you.
He said that almost like he was disgusted. You were hurt?
What gave it away?
All the blood?
Yeah, gotta admit that little gesture's good with that butter knife.
That butter knife?
But don't worry, I gave as good as I got.
Where's Cicero now?
In there, through the door. Some old sanctuary by the looks of it. I would have followed him, but I don't know the phrase.
I know the phrase. I'll get Cicero. You go home.
Alright, you convinced me. Doubt I'd be much good to you anyway. The little fop cut me pretty deep.
You gonna
But I
live?
slashed him good. Pretty sure I severed an artery. Don't know what you're gonna find in there. But you can probably just follow the blood.
Well, that's helpful. At least. Thank you, Armshorn. Notice got 2 Nightshade. Loving that perk, loving that perk. Okay, so the passphrase is going to be innocence, my brother. Activate black door.
What is life's greatest illusion?
Innocence, my brother. I just want to read these for funsies. The one where you saw a lady in half? The illusionist. Being happily married? Nice. Dreams are reality, and reality is really a dream? Question mark. Innocence, my brother. Into the Dawnstar Sanctuary I go. Something tells me that I'm gonna have a fight with Cicero, but I'm pretty sure that he's not gonna die, that I'm not gonna kill him. That wouldn't make any sense, come on. Unless, like, they deem, or the Night Mother, I guess, deems now that the Keeper is no longer necessary, now that a listener's back in place and the Dark Brotherhood can thrive. It's not necessarily like the Dark Brotherhood's in danger whenever they're, I don't know, at least working and when they're functional. When their God can speak to them and they can receive their God's blessing. Yeah, so immediately I'm definitely seeing the blood trail. And the blood trail continues.
Listener! Is that you? Oh, I knew you'd come. Send the best to defeat the best. Astrid knew her stupid wolf couldn't slice Cicero.
Wow, poor guy. It's weird, I feel bad for him. I mean, he's kind of been creepy this whole time, but especially after reading his journal. If you guys didn't watch the journal read through, I'm going to take some of these jester items because they all look like they're worth their weight in gold and likely all enchanted. And I'm just going to go ahead and take a look at those. If you guys didn't read the journal stuff, like it really described Cicero being, you know, kind of just your regular Dark Brotherhood assassin, and then being around for a long time, and then seeing the fall of one sanctuary after another, and then, you know, eventually kind of being one of the last few alive, surviving some crazy diversity, and then being chosen as a keeper, and then going through all kinds of insanity, all kinds of insane trials as a keeper. Okay, so the hat's 30% better sneak. Prices are 12% better, and damage to one-handed weapons is 12% better. For the most part, it looks pretty similar to a lot of other Dark Brotherhood and Thieves Guild enchantments that you'll see on some of this stuff. The interesting thing to note here, though, is that it's all cloth. It's not actually any type of armor. So you would have the least amount of movement impairment and whatnot from all that stuff. Okay, so interesting. I probably won't actually use any of it. If I don't have any of those enchants, I'll try to take the enchants off of it so that I can have them, because they're all nice enchants to have anyway. Oh man, that's a ghost. That's like a Dark Brotherhood ghost. For some reason, I've been getting a couple comments about this recently too. I wonder if he will summons the ghost of the legendary assassin Lucien Lechance to fight by your side until he's defeated. Lucien Lechance was the speaker of the Black Hand, which was the leaders of the Dark Brotherhood, and you eventually ended up taking your orders directly from Lucien in, let's see, in Oblivion, towards the end. Okay, so I can't talk to him. I wonder, does he just, is he going to follow me? Does he do, yeah, it looks like he's going to follow me, I bet.
The Keeper is a sacred position within the Dark Brotherhood.
Expecting Lucien to defend himself.
You killed the Keeper, I killed the listener. Now let's
You kill the Keeper, or I kill the listener. Precious release. And I can't search him. I guess that kind of makes sense. He is a spectral one, although a lot of times ghosts will leave behind ectoplasm or something. something potentially